General Secretary of Maulik Jarukilo Party, Prakash Shrestha sir. Welcome to the Gorkha Spirit.
Thank you very much.
What do you think about cooling off period?
Yesterday and today's is very hot cake, right? Everybody concerning about this situation. Yes, it's if we see that very closely, there are three dimensionally we can judge it or we can analyze these things. First is in democracy, there is four pillars. There is one responsibility and accountability and meritocracy and explicitness. It's open, right? This should be, and transparency. So based on that, if we see the today's case, we see that is unauthorized. There is a change in civil service bill, right? It's a very serious thing because who are the responsible for that case? Making the laws, right? Specially designed for those civil services. Who are responsible? But exactly, it's not happening like that. Not happening like that. Beside that, it's more cruel things. There is gone the cruel things. Someone wrote, someone misused, someone signed there, but it found in upper houses. Lower house, it's already passed, right? It went above in upper houses, and then they found that there is a great mistake. So it means there is no any, that shows, it means that shows no any transparency is there, right? Who is responsible? Who is accountable for that situation? Who is accountable? It's still today, still now. There is a great investigation is still running, right? Everybody, this representatives are keeping their words, right? They also saying, everybody are saying, they don't know anything about that. Even the secretary is there, everybody is talking, but the chief secretary also there. But nobody know that. Why it's happening? Who is accountable for that? Responsible also? They are not responsible. Accountable? Who is accountable? Nobody is accountable there. Transparency, if we talk about that transparency, there is no transparency. Lower houses, bill already passed, but people found that in upper houses. What is the transparency there? No transparency is there. And meritocracy. Particular people who are responsible there, are they capable of that? Even the chief is already signed, he doesn't know what is written there. Bill pass is not a joke, right? It's a law-making process. Not a joke. But the chief is already signed. Many questions we are raising that. Who are they? What are they doing in parliament? We still have questions, and that is very important things where not responsible things appear there. And the second dimension, if we see that, politics is a guideline. Bureaucracy is the implementations, right? As a rule, as a practice, theory and practice in both. Politics is a guideline. Bureaucracy is the implementations process. But now in that case, what is happening there? We see the bureaucracy is making the rules, making the guidelines, bureaucracy. And the politics is, it seems, politics is implementing something, right? It's a very dangerous thing. You know, it seems we are in a deep state. Who is running the country? Parliamentarian is there. They pass the bill. But at last, bill is something different. I think now we realize that. Now Nepalese people realize, you know, dharmanirpekshata, even secularism, even at that time the Sushil Koirala was a prime minister, right? Even he didn't know that. He spoke about that. Even he speaks in press, right? He even doesn't know how the secularism were inserted there. It's amazing. Like same voice. Now, today, the Civil Services Bill was passed. Who is doing such a great mistake? The bureaucracy is playing the vital role there. And nobody knows that. So it shows that we are in a deep state. That is the very dangerous things.
Most of the analysts criticize it's not a mistake, it's not a fault, it's a conspiracy. Do you think it's a conspiracy?
No. Mistake is something different. Mistake is people do not know, but they commit the wrong things, right? But the crime is such a thing, they know, still they are doing the same things. That is the crime. If we see that today's case, right, in unauthorized case, if we see that, it's not a mistake. We cannot say that. Because how many parliamentarian, their members, right? How many they are responsible for that? And they are taught by the system. They know the system, and they also know if something gone wrong, what will the consequences. They know that. Being knowing is still the consequences, and they committed the wrong things. It means it is not a mistake. It's a crime, cruel things. It is a cruel crime.
So who is responsible for this crime, such as politicians or bureaucrats?
In my opinion, if we see the cases, now even in the media it has come, right? The bureaucracy related with the Congress, they are frequently pressurizing the Congress, right, to erase that particular clause, that time period they were talking about. Even the second number cases, even there in a parliament, the chief secretary and the secretary are in a protest. It shouldn't be eligible, like that word they express. So, in my opinion, regarding the two cases, these cases may be done by the bureaucrats. But the bureaucrats, but responsible is who is responsible? Yes, of course, they always want to make something different, right? They want to get the both side benefits, right? Dual benefits. They want to get dual benefits for the bureaucrats, right? But who is responsible? Responsible is the parliamentarians. Parliamentarians are responsible for that. Who are responsible for the lawmakers? They are responsible. But then cannot fulfill their demands. They cannot manage the things, and the bureaucrats is success to change, in my opinion. Because the two scenarios are already there, right? So Now the investigations is doing there. Who is responsible particular that things, right? For that, if he found, he should be punished in such a way, he should be punished in such a way that he should be permanently fired from the parliamentary system. The parliament house, he should be fired, permanently expelled to him. This is my words. And we are raising the voice regarding all 3-4 points, regarding all 3-4 points, analytically, we see that the system was collapsed. The whole country system, the governments, now in KP's governments, it is failure. It has no any existence. Of course, we see some are doing that, right? But if you go inside, there is nothing like a governance. We cannot feel like a governance. It's a failure. The government is already failed. That's why we call it a Kaputantra.
At last, what do you think? Who is strong, bureaucrats or politicians, looking at this issue?
See, why this bill was brought? Why? Because the bureaucracy is doing something right. Theory and practice, political system is a guideline. Bureaucrats are implementation part. But now, the bureaucrats are more giving effect to the government, right? That's why this bill came into the existence. It means the bureaucrats are just developing their capacity, their power day by day. Well, one thing is, if bureaucrats become powerful and the politics become a leisure, right? It's a very dangerous situation.
Do you think any effectiveness of this bill after inserting the word "except"?
That means the cooling period come into existence, right? If cooling period come into existence, of course, because there is a time, right? Somebody, what is written there? There it means who are service, the chief service staffs are there, right? Their resignations or their retirement, after their retirement, they always go to the different constitutional institutions like diplomatic institutions, right? They go there. It means it plays the 3 important role during their service time, right? During their service times, they have earned some illegal money, right? One is part is that. Another is maybe they may have done, right, unethical work. So after their already retirement or resignations, if they have a chance to involve in another work, more powerful, systematic way, if they went to the powerful that institutions, so it is not possible. Regularly, it's not possible to analyze his everything, investigations, everything is not possible. But when they retired, they have a 2 years periods, right? That is a cooling period. There, the governments can judge, evaluations and investigations. They can done. Through that process, if someone wrong behavioral, someone unethical person, or serviceman, right, is there, they will be fined and punished. One thing is there. The another is if the servant, if the public server are really civil server are really a capable person, if someone is really a ethical person, right, it is the very, what to say, Just promotional things it is. That's why this system works actually. It will bring good things in a system. In my opinion is that.
Thank you. Thank you, sir, for joining with us.
Thank you.